Hey fantasy fans, this is Dan here with my monthly update in TBR for the month of November. And I'm going to talk about why I DNF'd it. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so as you saw in my October TBR, which I'm going to have a link up here, I set a pretty ambitious goal for myself. I set some pretty big books on there. I had It on there, I had The Eye of the World, I had Valor, and I also had Jingo. So I didn't leave myself a lot of room, and I did run into some troubles because I am doing my master's right now, and I did have a big project due for a course, so that really kind of derailed me. And reading It also derailed me. So I'm really going to talk about why It didn't do it for me. So the big things I feel like I give this a really good shake. One of my friends I've met through BookTube, Baron. I'm gonna have a link to his channel in the description, so check him out. Great YouTuber, great guy, amazing collection too. Please join his Discord. I'm in there. It's super nice. So, anymore, get away from some gushing here. But so why did I stop? So I got about 350 pages into it. I felt like I gave it a fair shake. I got about 30% through. And for me, it just what I didn't really enjoy was, you're meeting these characters when you first introduce them in the book. They're older. You don't know anything about them. You're not attached to them yet. And they don't even remember why they have to go back to Derry, and then they're going back to Derry, and you don't know their lives, you don't care about them. I wasn't interested in them. And then they're going back, and then it starts getting into the kids chapters, like where they're starting to flesh out their early childhood. And it kind of got me down a bit because I wasn't super intrigued. And then, like, I know there's a lot of child death in these books, and like, I have two young kids, and it was just starting to get to me. It was making me upset. I'm not going to DNF it forever, but I felt like I gave it a fair shake, and maybe it was the wrong time to read it. So, I put it down. It's not going to be for long term. Maybe I'll pick it up next year, give it another try once I've read The Dark Tower and I have a bit more Stephen King under my belt. But yeah, that's why I put down it. Okay, so at the time of recording this too, I'm still currently reading, finishing up the month of October. I've made really good progress on The Eye of the World and Jingo. Should have those finished in like the next few days. I'm going to have reviews for those books in the month of November. So now I really want to talk about what I'm going to be reading in the month of November. So let's get into that. Okay, alright, so I'm trying not to set myself too much of an ambitious goal for the month of November. I do have, a final project coming up for my master's. I am cognizant of that, but I also want to do some reading that I want to get done. So I think when I finish Jingo and Eye of the World, I'm going to start right into my November reads, even if like there's a few days left in October. So the first thing I'm going to be reading, I'm going to be doing a buddy read with my wife, is I'm going to be reading Jade War. So I'm really looking forward to reading this. I've read Jade City. I love Jade City. And I think when I do my Jade War review, I'll do like a combination review of Jade War and Jade City of what my opinions are of the Greenbone saga. So I'm looking forward to reading that. Cannot wait. So the next book I'm going to be reading, it's a Discworld book, but I'm actually going to be moving away from the guards for a little bit here. And I'm going to be reading Soul Music. So this one I'm really looking forward to. I don't know too much about it. I know there's actually an animated 2.5-hour film that I eventually plan to watch after I've read Soul Music. So the reason for my departure from the Guards books is that I want to read Night Watch eventually. And you really kind of need to read the Death books to get to Night Watch because something happens in Thief of Time. So that's one of the reasons why I'm now swapping over to Death, because I'm going to read Soul Music this month, and I plan to read The Hogfather in December, which is kind of cool. So these next few books, I'm going to read one of them, maybe two, and so I'm just going to show them what they are. I'm trying not to like bite off more than I can chew. So the first book I've selected is Leviathan Wakes by James S.A. Corey. So I really want to read this series. I said I was going to get started in this in 2022. I have a lot of series I want to read in 2022, so I thought let's get a jump start on it now. Let's start getting into The Expanse. Okay, sorry, I also did forget to preface that I will be doing an audiobook listen, and I will be listening to Ruin. That is the third book in The Faithful and the Fallen. All the books so far I have listened to on audiobook, usually when I'm taking my dog for a walk or if I'm going to the gym or whatever, so I'll listen to those. So Ruin is going to be on there for sure. I'll be just doing that one in the background throughout all of the month. And probably, I'm hoping a review will come out in November, but if not, it might be in December. So these next two books I'm going to talk about could be interchangeable. Might do them, might not. Eventually I'm going to do them. So the first book is The Fifth Elephant. So this is the fifth book in the Guard series. Comes after Jingo. I'm not 100% sure what number it is in the Discworld. Gonna try and read that. It might be too much to read 2 Discworld books in 1 month, just because I have a lot of other books I want to read. So I don't know if I want to do another Discworld. So then the next book is also part of my Wheel of Time reread, is The Great Hunt. If you guys have seen my my ranking of the Wheel of Time, I'm going to put a link up here. You know, you'll see in that The Great Hunt, I ranked that really highly. I love The Great Hunt. So I'm just wondering, do I continue with my Wheel of Time reread right now? Is that something you guys would want to see? I've really been enjoying The Eye of the World, picking it back up, reading it again, getting back into Randland and seeing those characters. So I'm really kind of excited for that, and I really want to continue with the Wheel of Time because the show's coming out, and it's just such a good series. It's my favorite series right now. Well, it's a tied right now with Discworld. I love Discworld so much, so it's really close. But I'm putting a little book in here that if I decide to put one of these two bigger books down, I'm gonna try and fit this one in. It's a really short book, and that's The Carpet People by Terry Pratchett. I picked this up the other day. I'm gonna be doing another book haul probably later in the month of November. I do have a book haul coming out early in November, so check that one out. I think it comes out November 6th. That's going to be a really cool book haul. But Carpet People, I'm kind of just leaving that as a little caveat. If I just, like I said, I have projects due in the month of November, and if I need to just, like put down what I'm currently reading and just pick up something small and like blaze through, that's going to be it. So yeah, so that is what I read in the month of October and what I plan to read in the month of November. So just want to say, thank you guys so much. If you like the content I'm creating, please like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. If you want to buddy read any of these books with me, hop in there. I'll create some more channels and we can talk about some of the books I'm reading. I do update my status on Goodreads of the progress where I am in certain books. So check me out on there, and then you can follow along and we can buddy read together. I said I'm going to be reading Jade War first because my wife needs to read it first in the month of November. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much.